Good evening, everyone. It is me, the fabulous Leo Brown, and I'm back on here to talk about Monique. Monique versus Netflix. First of all, let me say, I love Monique. Love her. Followed her career from the beginning when she was on Comic View in '93, I think, to Queens of Comedy, to the Parkers, to Fat Girls, to Precious, on and on and on. So she recently said that on her Instagram that she wanted people to boycott Netflix because of um, racial inequality. Well, not racial inequality, but oh, I can't think of the word. Oh my goodness, I'm lost. Okay, anyway, she basically said that she feels that we should boycott, her fans should boycott Netflix because of gender. That's what it was. It was gender bias, racial bias, and pay inequality. Now, she's also done an interview with Sway Calloway, whom I love. I love Sway. Sway and Heather Bean. I love Heather Bean. And I would love, side note, I would love to be on her show, Happy Hour with Heather Bean. I love her. Anywho, anybody that knows her? Anyway. Um, um, but anyway, so she, basically was like, boycott them, don't renew your subscription, blah, blah, blah. Because they paid Amy Schumer $10 million for a special. Ms. Schumer said, okay, that's not enough for me. She negotiated $2 million more, and ended up with $12 million. Then with Dave Chappelle, it was $20 million. Then with Chris Rock, it was another $20 million. And then with her, they offered her $500,000. Now, here's my thing with it. And I'm gonna post a link to the Sway in the Morning / Periscope because she did the interview, and then she was on Periscope all at the same time. So I'm gonna post that interview down below so you guys can watch it. So here's my thing about that. Like I said, I love Mo. I hate the way this is actually painting her out to be in the press because it's painting her out to be this angry, loud, disgruntled, never happy, greedy black woman. I hate that. I kind of get where she's coming from because I think topics do need to be addressed when it comes to pay inequality versus men and women. I think that, like she said, she's been in the game for 20 plus years. She is a legend, but let's be honest. Let's be really honest. She's a legend to us. What? And I really don't mean to be mean, but white people don't know her like they know Chappelle, like they know Rock, like they know Schumer. And in the entertainment industry, it's all about draw. It's all about, will I get a return on my investment? It's all about name value. It really is. It's a very agenda-driven business, and money-hungry industry. And as someone who is in the business, but I'm not at the level she is, but I will be. Watch. I get where she's coming from because she's right. I think they should have offered her at least $3 to $5 million. That would have been perfect. But this is where I also kind of fault her management team. I feel like her management team should have negotiated they should have said, okay, we'll take the money, but let's do this. Why don't we, once we get the viewership, like, how it's viewed and how much money it makes us in return, why don't we do a tour? Do a 50-city tour, and you pay for it. Netflix pays for everything. Or negotiate a 3-picture deal with me. I'll do the special, but give me a 3 to 4-picture deal. Or I'll do the special, but give me a sitcom. Or give me a talk show, like you did with Chelsea Handler. Give me something else aside from the $500,000. Give me that. You know what I mean? That's what they should have done, because there was a way they could have made that deal work. Because as someone who has done, I've said it, I've never really gone into detail, but reality TV and me are not strangers. Or I shouldn't say that. reality TV production and myself. We're not strangers. Um, Case in point, whenever I've done interviews for television shows, for television pilots, and producers have come to me and interviewed me, they've all said, "Okay, Leo, you're great, but you're known, but you're not known." Because they look at things, and it's sad to say, but they look at your Twitter following, they look at your Instagram following, they look at your Facebook feed, they look at how much you post on things like that. They look at the response, the likes, they look at the shares, they look at all of that. And I am not that. And then once they look at that, they look at, okay, what makes you different from Tyler, in my case, from Tyler Henry, from Teresa Caputo, from Reginald Lewis, from Iyanla? What makes you different from any of these people? Because we already have them. We need something that not only will draw in viewers, but we need somebody that's going to make us money. Because we're investing in you. That's what they're saying. And I think even with Monique, granted she's been in the game for 20 plus years, you still are, to them, you are, yes, you're known, but you're not known. You're not a Chappelle, you're not a Rock, you're not a Schumer. And that's no shade, that's just what it is. And I understand her being offended by the lowball offer. I get it. But there was still a way she could have went with that and said, you know what, I can make this work. Because there's a way to make anything work. Because the one thing I've learned from seeing a lot of my contemporaries get like television shows is that, and I hate to say it, but you do have to kind of sell a part of yourself to get where you are. You do, to get to where you want to be. Case in point, my colleague Reginald Lewis, he's now doing Steve Harvey. And Steve Harvey lives for him. And I think it's great. But I also think that there's room for everyone. There's room for him. There's room for me. My friend Wayne, Psychic Wayne Gonzalez, he's on the Ricky Smiley Show. And doing very well, you see. But just because you're on television and you're doing all these things doesn't mean you're actually making money. Because you have to look at it from another perspective too. What about when you have an agent, or you have a manager, or you have PR, or you have assistants? You all got to pay them. You got to pay them all their money. And that comes out of your paycheck, not theirs. So there's a way to look at anything. And, I think in her case, she's looking at it more like, well, $500,000 ain't shit. Because I got bills, I got kids, I got a man, plus he's my manager. But once again, that's where it rests on her management company and say, hey, let's negotiate this to where it benefits everyone involved. Because we can do something with this money. You know what I mean? In the entertainment business, in any business, you got to learn to turn 15 cents into a dollar. It's all illusion based. It really is. The entertainment industry in particular is all smoke and mirrors. Because we all think, oh, well, they're rich, they have money. That's somewhat true, but then you gotta look at taxes, you gotta look at things like representation, stylists, you gotta look at hair, lawyers. There's just so much that we, the regular people, don't know. Case in point, look at Tony Braxton, look at TLC. That's why, it's not because they're going out and they're just spending money. They literally are paying people out of their own pocket. And all those gifts and flowers and designer labels that they're rocking, they're paying for that. They don't know it, especially if they don't have the right people watching over their shit. They don't know it, but they are paying for that, and it's not always pretty. So I understand why she got upset, but I also don't think that her going on a literal, which is what she's doing, she's going on a press tour and talking about it is helping her case. Because now it's like, okay, you shooting yourself in the foot. Because now it comes off as you being loud and mad and greedy. And then you already have a reputation of you being difficult, of you being a bit of a diva. I remember when she lived in Atlanta, they said the same thing, that she was doing too much. as my aunt Miss Nina would say. She was doing too much. And, you know, yeah, it's a really complicated thing. But I do understand where she's coming from. I do think that there definitely needs to be a conversation among equality when it comes to pay, equal work for equal pay, or equal pay for equal work, male versus female, the gender gap. There definitely needs to be a talk about that. And then what makes a legend? You're a legend to certain people, but you're not a legend to everyone. And I think that's what Netflix really was trying to say. Like, we don't mean to be rude. Yes, you are a legend, but you're a legend to a certain demographic. You're not a legend. You're not Sugar Boo. You don't have that crossover appeal, no matter what you may think in your head. But not everybody knows who Monique is. Same thing with Chappelle and Rock. People know who Chappelle and Rock are. I hate to say it, but white folks know who they are. They don't really know who Monique is. And I think that's what she's leaving out. That's why Netflix was like, we're going to give you $500,000 because you aren't known. But see, had she taken the deal, or had she done the deal in a different way, had she spun it in her favor, she could have used that deal and said, okay, I know what I'll do. I'll use it to gain more appeal, not only from my audience, but from everyone. And then from there, I'll do sitcoms. I'll do more movies. I'll write. I'll produce. I'll do all these things. Then I'll do a tour. That's what she could have done. But she chose not to do it. And I don't blame her husband per se, but I blame the way he negotiated that. To me, that's bad management. That's just business 101. And I would really say to both of them, stop allowing your vanity to speak for you and through you. That's not healthy. Because you're actually proving the point that a lot of your contemporaries have said about you. You're not helping your case. You're making it worse. And this is from someone who knows. Trust me, when I first started out, I'm going to give y'all a little, peep y'all on a little, Leo 101, okay? When I first started out, and I first started doing, in-person readings for people, and I would do psychic fairs, I did one fair for like 3 months. Like every 3 months I was booked. And eventually I was like, well, I want the sign out there to say this, and I wanted to say this, and I even sent this woman a ledger, like. And of course she didn't do it because she didn't care. She was like, fuck that, I don't give a fuck. It's about the money. I'm not giving a damn about you. Because she didn't. I mean, on her end, it wasn't like she was perfectly innocent, because she wasn't. She was full of shit. But, on my end, I wasn't the best either. You see? So I fed into, well, I'm Leo Brown, darling. You have to. I am royalty. Applause. Would I do that today? No. Because I'm not saying you need to be completely humble. I think that's another thing that's kind of irking me with this too. Everybody's like, well, she needs to humble herself. I don't think she needs to be humble. I think she needs to have tact. There's a way to do it. And in business, tact goes a long way. Being tactful, being skillful, having someone who knows the industry, having someone who knows how to negotiate, having someone, and it's because even in the interview, they talked about, they asked her, like, what about your white managers that you had at the time? It's not about black or white. It's about people who know what the hell they're doing. That's like you having a real estate agent who knows what you can afford, what you can't afford, and what you will not settle for, but can find you something that is just right for you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay? That manager acts as a representative for you. So your management, who is her husband, this is why I think people are coming down on her husband. Because your husband is your representation. Your husband is ruining your reputation. Your husband is ruining your brand, which isn't healthy. Yeah, you've done radio, you've done TV, you've done great things, but there's still more to do. And even with Dave Chappelle, because people are like, well, Dave Chappelle's well known, and it is true. Excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. Dave Chappelle is well known, but Dave Chappelle had to start from the bottom. Well, not from the bottom, but Dave Chappelle had to grind. Dave Chappelle just didn't come back and he went, bam, I'm gonna give you $20 million to get on Netflix. No, Dave Chappelle had to go out there and tour and do stadiums and prove to the people, to Netflix, and say, hey, you see, I can still sell out arenas and shit. I can still do it. And then Netflix came to him and said, okay, we see that you can do it. We see that if we invest in you, we'll get the money back plus. So we're going to give you what you want. That's how that went down. So, and in the interview, and like I said, I will leave a link below so you guys can see it. In the interview, she came off, like I said, she made a lot of valid points, but there were certain parts of the interview where she came off very egotistical. She came off very kind of prideful, like I am a legend. I am, the female Richard Pryor, blah 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 blah. Paul Mooney has told me this, and it's like, yes, that's great, but you got to understand, baby, this is a game. I mean, I hate to quote that Dairy Queen Lee Daniels, but it's true. Hollywood is a game, and it's not just Hollywood. That's in any business. I have people that work in food service. They have to do the same shit. It's a game, no matter how, no matter what you do. And you have to learn how to play it or it will play you. Period. And I just feel like with this, she is not what she's doing, it's how she's going about it. That's what's making it sad. That's why a lot of people are not behind her. It's not because she is wrong, because she's not. She's actually right. It should be fair. She should get more money, and she should. She should have been offered more money. But at the same time, the way you're going about this is messing you up. And it's proving the point that you're trying to um, defend. You know what I mean? You're trying to be like, no, no, I'm not like this. I'm not like that. But you're making it hard for people to believe you. So that's my thoughts on it. So I want to know, what are your thoughts on the whole Monique versus Netflix thing? Will you be boycotting Netflix and getting rid of your subscription? Do you think she should be offered more money? Tell me your thoughts. Leave them below. Let's start a dialogue. Do you think that there is an inequality when it comes to equal work for equal pay among the sexes, among the genders, male and female? Leave your thoughts below, and I will talk to you soon. Once again, honey, it is the fabulous Leo Brown, and I will see you later. Okay? Bye-bye.